Good afternoon, my seniors, my colleagues from DA, members of Indian Nuclear Society, delegates. Till now we have been listening all about safety, so I'll try to reduce my talk on this safety aspect. And though this talk is on safety and security interface challenges, so I'll change it to security and safety interface challenges. So I'll speak first about security and then about safety. What happened? Yeah. So the topic is security, safety. When I speak about security, it is nuclear security, nuclear safety, safety security interface, and challenges. Challenges which we faced and additional challenges which are coming nowadays.
Help for the next slide.
Okay. No, it's not working. Okay. So, as an introduction, any nuclear material or a radioactive material will have to have the systems of safety, security, and safeguards. These all systems helps in avoiding the unwanted events causing adverse effect of unauthorized radioactive releases or unacceptable radioactive releases, which can cause damages to the workers, environment, and the public. Now, out of this, safeguards is not under purview of AERB, that is being looked at by DA. So, initially, AERB was looking after only safety, and then later on, AERB was mandated to look into the security aspect of safety. Now, what security aspect is to be looked into is, first of all, is to avoid unacceptable releases due to damage to the vital areas where the vital equipments are placed, which can lead to accidents and release of unacceptable radioactivity. Similarly, security of radioactive and nuclear material which are placed in inner area, that is the name of the area where these materials are kept are inner area, and during the transport of radioactive and nuclear material. Now, having identified these things to be secured, we have to identify the vital areas. Now, vital area can be identified simply by just naming the areas, for example, control room and many other rooms. So, by that process, if we go to identify vital area, there will be a lot of vital areas to be secured. Then there is another method by going through the events and seeing that what are the equipment or systems to be protected so that unacceptable releases are not taking place. Now, after that, we see where they are located and see the combination, and with those combinations, we try to optimize the number of areas to be protected. And there are some more advanced technologies to predict and optimize the vital areas. Then this security, again, it may be from land, air, and water bodies. Mostly AERB is looking after from the land side, whereas there are many other agencies who are looking the security from air and water body side. Of course, AERB is looking the nearest part of the water body side, how the security provisions are made. Coming to the security, this is the typical sketch of various boundaries. It may be more than this, it may be less than this. So I'll go from inside to outside. We have inner areas and the vital areas which are located in the operating island. Then operating island is having isolation zone for all detections. That is, and then we have main pan boundary and exclusion boundary. These are all the requirements from the safety, and we are utilizing all these safety provisions for security also. Then the fundamentals of this security is what is to be protected we have to identify. We have already identified that inner area and vital area are to be protected, and from whom it is to be protected. Those are the adversaries. The target we have identified, and after that we have to identify the adversaries. Now these adversaries, while doing this sighting, the demography of that place, there are various agencies which can provide the input to identify the adversaries, their characteristics and all. So based on that, having an approved threat by Department of Atomic Energy, the utilities make the design to secure those vital and inner areas. So that is being reviewed. The design part is reviewed by AERB, whereas the threat part is reviewed by DAE, and they give the inputs to the utility. And now, one important thing in this, if you see this isolation zone, they are having detection systems, that is, we call it perimeter intrusion detection systems, where different types of intrusion detectors are located. The basic principle is once an adversary is detected, then there are response forces at that place. The response time should be less than the time required by the adversaries after getting detected to reach the target. So before they reach the target, they should be neutralized so that they don't achieve the goal. Now here, as it is very obvious that if you try to reduce the distance between the detection and the target, then either you have to introduce some delay or you have to improve your response time. So that is another basic principle here. Now, what are the different requirements of security is, first of all, the credentials of the person you are allowing to work. Then out of those, who are allowed to work in which area, that is to be identified, and accordingly the access control to them are to be provided. Now having installed so many security provisions, there should be a monitoring of all these things. So their monitoring has to be done at a central alarm station, and those, based on those monitoring, they security persons can intimate to the response force how to activate their things. The vital area identification process I have already said. Then there are communication systems. These communication systems are to be separated from internet and other unwanted frequencies. There should be confidentiality maintained. There are reporting criteria for events and security related events, and there are criteria for that. Quality assurance aspect, as in safety what we are doing, and other things are all as what we are doing in safety is record, documentation, training, Then specification for non-availability of the security systems, review of security aspects. These are being done at the first level by security committees, and then the second level it is done by the safety committees, so that a proper security safety interface is taking place. And there is a regulatory inspection provision also, so that whatever is reviewed, they are implemented at site. That for that purpose, this regulatory inspection same as safety purpose. Now, this category 1 facilities, anyway, I'll come to that afterwards. Now, this safety, of course, I'll cut short. Here we have general safety provisions as per design, all these inherent safe aspect, redundancy, diversity, common cause failures and all design philosophies, various layers of protections and various systems for various layers of protections, all these things, I think it has been discussed yesterday and today also. How we take advantage of these safety provisions, design, of course, it is already taken care. Siting, we have two important things is, one is we see the terrain of that, whether it is suitable for locating the security gadgets. That is getting confirmed. The other thing we have said that threat is already done by DA. And other thing that is borehole samples and all those things, that helps in giving a strong foundation requirements. So next is that excavation, whatever we have seen during the borehole sample, that is confirmed during excavation to have a strong foundation. And pouring of concrete, again, there are access control when we are pouring a concrete in a safety-related structures. After that comes the equipment erection. Again, this equipment, right from that manufacturing stage, everything is getting inspected. During transportation, there are requirements. We have a basis of acceptance for the safety-related equipment, storage and preservation, then post and pre. These all are helping in securing the equipment. Next are commissioning. Again, we do that commissioning without nuclear heat, so that all the systems are getting tested that they are meeting the design requirements. Then we go for criticality, phase B experiments to check all the reactivity mechanism, they are working as per the design. And this, before fuel loading, these security systems are to be in place, and the unit in which the fuel loading is to be done is segregated from the other unit. Not only that unit, along with that, the common systems are segregated from the unit which is under construction. This is again a safety requirement. We are taking advantage of that. And the initial operation, again, all systems along with the integrated test are checked so that there should not be any hidden faults in the system. Then we follow the two-man rule during operation, and the cameras used for monitoring the areas for various leaks or other things that can be used for our security systems. Safety review, now coming to operations, then operation safety review, there are various surveillance requirements, limited condition for operations, limited safety system, safety limit. These are all helping in identifying any hidden faults in the system. During a biennial shutdown, we do the surveillance test, we carry out PM, CM, then we carry out PSR, limited safety systems review, where again these safety reviews are 3 levels. So all these safety provisions are helping in identifying that is there any hidden fault in the plant. Once we are assured that there is no hidden fault in the plant, now only what we have to protect is from the insiders that they are not able to create a hidden fault or insider in collusion with the outsider, they are not forcibly trying to do some damage in this. So that is what the analysis is to be done. And nuclear material and radioactive material, inherently they are radioactive and people don't try to come close to that. Even this shielding provisions for them, they are acting as a delays. Spent fuel buildings are also secured for maintaining subcriticality. These are all safety criteria, subcriticality maintenance, cooling and shielding. So these are also helping in our security. Now the challenges was for the preparation and implementation of regulations. As you know, after some 20 years back, if you ask somebody to open a bag or show your ID card, people were reluctant in doing that. The same thing we had to face when we were going to the plant, and then they were telling, why do you want so much things? Do you think that our workers are not complying to all these things? We said, no, it is required. But slowly we were able to establish all the security requirements. So for that, we had made a security manual. It was exhaustive manual. Then the utility said, we first tried with the NPPs. NPPs, they said that this sort of thing we will not be able to comply immediately. Then we removed all the administrative part, only the technical part was kept there. And we were asked, utility were asked, that for this you send your compliances. And with the help of DAE, IG Security, the BRC, NPCL, we went all around the NPPs, checked for the compliances. They were almost complying 90%. Then we said that now the full document is applicable. So after completion of this for NPPs, we went for front-end, back-end facilities. There also we did the same thing. Of course, for heavy water plant, we only went for S2S based plant because there the severity was more. After that, we went for this radiation facilities. Radiation facility was again, it was in public place. So they were slightly, the requirement of category 1 facility was there should be a security provisions for 24/7. And the radiation facility owner says that we cannot have this, otherwise we cannot run this facility at all with the 24/7 if we start keeping. So with the help of IG Security and Ministry of Home Affairs, we made an arrangement that wherever these category 1 facilities will be put, the district police or the nearest police station should be aware of this so that in case of any requirement, they will be helping the facilities in securing the things. So that was sent, and we had a lot of workshop all around the countries with the stakeholders, that is the facility owners, the security, district administration, to make them aware that what are the and what are their duties. So finally that is also in place now. Of course, I left AERB in 2016. After that, as a policy matter, AERB doesn't involve any retired person in security affairs. So, and that complete documents are available and they are following all the things. Now, again this since 2005, after 2005, they were using computer-based, this utility started using computer-based systems for safety-related things. Of course, we have a guide for the computer-based systems, but this use of software and other things that were being taken care in safety aspects, such that any changes in settings or any other changes in software, there were levels of requirement that level of approach or passwords to be given, and then only they can be changed. But then again came this cyber things. Some more checks were added in this. So now that is also taken care. One thing is, at the time of my retirement, this part of decommissioning aspects of security were not taken care. I think now AERB will take care of this also once some of the units are going for decommissioning. Now, additional things are, now we hear about compact design, reduction in boundaries. And then new thing, of course, it had come when I was there in service is that ingenuine certificates by the suppliers. So this again, this is being taken care now. And the recent is use of explosives in the security gadgets. And the coming, one more thing is drones. Of course, that is also there. That I think it is taken care by some agencies. Use of artificial intelligence, I don't know. Till now, it has not been deployed but once it is, before deploying, we should always try to identify what are the negative aspects and try to cover up those things. And that is applicable for the advanced development also. So finally, conclusion is we take advantage of safety requirements. The contradictory requirements we have to analyze and make sure that safety and security are ensured. And the risk, we have to provide all these things to minimize the risk. Now, there is, I have not covered here, there is a methodology to calculate the risk also after providing all these security things. That is, I heard that it is being done now. So, after being done that, what risk we are covering, and there is a requirement that there should be a guidance from the government that how far the risk is to be covered. We cannot cover the complete risk. The government has to give the guidelines that how much risk can be tolerated. So of course, that is all in the future. Thank you very much.